Hey buddies, welcome back for another episode of Bochi moving buildings around her island for the 50th time. So today I chose to move the Able Sisters shop next to my my Nooks Cranny, which I secretly moved in the middle of the night like 2 weeks ago. I decided to put my Nooks and Able shop behind my resident services and together to make it easier when I have friends over on my island. Everything is close together, easily accessible, and it gives me the rest of the island to figure out what I want to do with my villagers and museum, because I still have no idea. I cut out a bit of my terraforming because it was just me filling in the space between the outline. Everyone knows what that looks like, and it was really boring. If you've seen one of my other Animal Crossing videos, you already know that I'm working on a cottage core-esque island, so I want a lot of natural looking furniture. I also want to throw a bunch of trees on the island to really give it a forest vibe. Also, can we get some birch trees in the game, Nintendo? Please? Before I started this video, I didn't talk to Tom Nook yet to get the moving package, but before I could talk to him, I had to make a stop at the bank and pull out some bells. I pulled out double the amount because I figured I was going to have to buy some stuff from the Nook shopping catalog as well, which I ended up doing. All right, Mr. Nook, take my bells. After finding the perfect spot for my Able Sisters, I started to lay down the pathway. Although this pathway is a little busy looking, I really enjoy that it has little flowers on the edges. When spring comes, it's going to do really well on my island. That's another thing. I'm trying to design my island with spring and summer in mind once the snow is gone. I didn't want to time travel and design my island just because then I would have to pick up so many of the weeds. If you would like to see what it looks like during the springtime, let me know in the comments and I might do an island tour or section tours with the season change. I ended up doing a bit of time traveling during this so that I could get trees to grow a little and see how everything would look positioned. I ended up making a mistake with the trees next to the Able Sisters because they were too close to the wall. Plus, a trick that I learned is if you plant something behind a tree, it stops it from growing. This was my first time actually testing it out, so I definitely messed it up, but now I know. Another thing I learned is that adding too much can take away from what you're trying to go for. I've seen islands where they compile so many things in small spaces and it looks amazing, except that it doesn't work for me personally. Less can sometimes be more in some instances. One thing I was super excited to use in this area was the leaf stool. I still haven't gotten the recipe for it, so I had to ask a friend to craft a couple for me. Shout out to Davey for those stools. Problem was that I didn't like the way it was looking in front of the shop, so I ended up finding a spot for it eventually, but this isn't it. And this is the final product. Just want to say thank you for watching. I enjoyed decorating this section of my island, and I hope it inspires you to work on your own. I'll see you next time.